Michael Young, your probate and trust realtor. Lots going on for your update. So let's take one thing at a time. The first thing is that the commission aspect of our business has changed dramatically. Sellers no longer are able to offer a buyer's commission in the multiple listing service, which by the way doesn't mean that if they want to get the highest price and best exposure, they're not going to offer the commission. They just have to do it simply on another document, offline, off the MLS. Like in our company, we do it on a separate website for every listing. And we're always offering at least 2 to 2.5% to the buyer's agents to make sure that the trust or probate or whoever it is as a seller is going to get the highest value possible and the most exposure. But that really is up to the trust or the estate as to whatever they want to do. The other great news that's coming out right now is that there was a large interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve last week, and that was up to 50 basis points or 0.5%. They expect, no guarantee, that in November and December they might do additional cuts. What does that mean? That means that if this keeps going on, it's going to be very good potentially for probates, trusts, conservatorships, estates of any kind, and regular sellers, because that means that more buyers can potentially buy their property. That's what should happen, but there's never a guarantee of that. Right now, all amongst all the counties and cities all across the Bay Area, the market is still somewhat tight. There's still not a lot of inventory out there. And for the most part, if sellers price properly, they're getting their price. We're not getting what we had 6 months, a year ago, 2 or 3 years ago. We're getting these outrageously crazy offers necessarily every time, or even multiple offers every time. But in the Bay Area, for the most part, whether it's Sonoma or Palo Alto or Richmond or Marin County, wherever it is, we're not having like we did in 2008, 9, 10, where we had a lot of inventory and very few buyers. Just the opposite. There's not a lot of inventory because a lot of sellers are not selling if they don't have to, especially if they have a 3% mortgage. And you have buyers that are starting to come back into the marketplace more than they were, say, 6 months or 8 months or a year ago when interest rates were skyrocketing. So the big picture, lots of change, some volatility, but bottom line is this. We are always going to let the seller know, whether it's an estate, probate, trust, conservatorship, wherever it is, what your property's worth, what you're going to net out of the property once it sells, how we're going to market the property, and what is best for you. Because as always, it's a privilege to be of service. Have a great day, last quarter of the year. Thanks so much.